Hey, comic book community, Long Box Love Affair here. It has been a minute. I have not filmed a video. Well, that's wrong. I filmed a video and trashed it. It wasn't one that I was happy with. So I haven't filmed a video and posted a video in quite some time. And that's a little bit of end of year doldrums. I've been a little tired. I've been busy and just not feeling that motivated. And what I realized is I wanted to do a little bit of a retrospective video of key comics that I have purchased in the last year, 2023, that I may or may not have showed you in YouTube form. Because as you may or may not have noticed, I haven't been posting as much as I used to. And I've been doing YouTube for, gosh, I don't know, 5 or so years, give or take. I can't remember exactly when I started, but I have really slowed down this past year. I've gotten some really awesome Grails. I've scaled back my collecting a bit. I've scaled back my new comic book day spending because I've just not been happy with some of the titles that are coming out on a weekly basis, and really have just taken a more introspective look to my collecting and what do I really want to have collected in my closets here. So I'm going to spotlight some books. Most of them you have not seen. A couple you have seen are these goodies that I received from my friend Sean. The Foom number 2. Is this Foom 2? Yeah. This is the Jim Steranko cover, but it's also the Wolverine prototype. And then I also have the Doctor Doom one. People started talking about this shortly after he picked them up for me. So I think we picked them up just at the right time. And this Killer Spidey cover. These are large-scale magazine format. I will probably send them off to get graded at some point. What you did not see, and I've had this book in my collection for a year. I bought this last year in Austin on my New Year's trip in 2022 to 2023. So this has been a year I've held on to this. I haven't shown it. I don't know why. Captain Britain number 8, the first Betsy Braddock. So I found this on the wall at a prominent Austin comic book store. I can't remember the name, like Austin Comics and Books or something like that. Really great store. This was on the wall with a whole nother run of Captain Britain books, so I was able to snag that on New Year's Eve, or the day before New Year's. So it's been in my closet for a year, and I've held on to it. Sorry. The other book I picked up shortly thereafter, picked this one up on eBay, was Captain Britain number 1. So this book was hot for more than a minute. It's still hot. It's hard to find. It has a mask inside, so you got to make sure that you pick the one up that has the mask. Again, I will get these graded and preserved, so because they're so hard to store. I don't know how to keep them other than in the back of my closet, and they don't fit into any comic book box that I have. I know you can get magazine comic book boxes and bags, but it's just not something I have enough of to merit a bigger box. But really cool Captain Britain first appearance. I've been on a Batman kick, particularly the Neil Adams Batman run. So when I was at Baltimore Comic-Con earlier this year, picked up a lot of the books I was looking for, pretty much got good deals. And this is no exception. So this is a book that I picked up through Grumpy Man Comics in Seattle. He had it online and he posted it. I ordered it. He shipped it across the country for about $200 plus shipping and such. Batman 227, the homage cover, the high demand Batman book. This is really nice condition. I wasn't sure if I wanted it at first because there was what I thought was a hole, but it's really just a printing error. It's not even a cutout. It's just a scuff there of some sort. It looks like maybe a little bit of the paper might have moved out or been slightly torn or removed, but I'm not even sure. It looks more like a printing error. I think this is a great condition book. I've seen them for far worse condition for higher price. So it was great to get a good deal. Again, Grumpy Man, I follow him on Instagram, Seattle-based store. I was in Seattle in April timeframe of 2023 and was able to do some shopping there. Picked up a couple signed books by John Byrne. So I was happy to give him some more business because of this. This was a book that was on my radar and I thought I would be paying more money for it. I also picked up, also out of town, but when I was visiting family in Tennessee in October, Detective Comics 395. So I think this is the Denny O'Neil and Neil Adams team up, maybe the first time. Picked it up for $35. It is a higher price book typically, and I think this is in really nice condition, so was happy to add this one to the list. It was one of my checklist of books that I was looking for. And the other book I picked up was at a somewhat local store, Batman 666. This is the Damian Wayne as Batman first appearance. Picked this up at Third Eye Comics. It was a wall book. They had it listed for $50. I looked at it. It had some spine stresses. It wasn't quite minty, and they decided to knock off $15. No, $20. So I got it for just under $30. And one more Batman book, Detective 411. I got it graded 7.0. First appearance of Talia al Ghul, the bride of Batman, the mother of Damian Wayne. So great to have her first appearance. Again, knocking off another key Neil Adams book. And then a whatnot purchase I found was the first appearance of the Creeper in Showcase 73. Picked this up several months ago. Again, these are books I haven't shown, so I'm surprised I just sat on them for so long, but it's because I've been a little lazy this year, sorry. This past year, I was able to find a book that I had been hunting for a hot minute. So if you follow Asian Funk's channel on YouTube or on Instagram, on his page, he posted this book months ago, and I was like, I didn't have any idea that existed. I had no idea that this particular comic existed, and it is X-Men 19, the variant edition. This is from gosh, I don't know. I can't even remember the year, but maybe in the past 5 or 8 years, this homage came. It's the X-Men Lanil Yu's cover. It's like the Fantastic Four #1 very original cover, so it's an homage. And I love the font of the X title. I think that's really cool, throwback. And yeah, this cover had everything for me. So I've been looking for this for a hot minute. There weren't many copies out there, and I got an alert on eBay that one was posted. So I looked at it. It looked in near mint condition, which it is. It's not a 9.8, but it is close. So I ended up just buying it outright for maybe $70, $75. And that is probably slightly below the going rate. Since then, a bunch have hit the market. I think people have seen that some of the sales have happened. I think some influencer found that I picked this up and saw that, so they started tracking some sales, and so people started recognizing this book existed. From the same seller, it was like a Texas store, I think. I picked up Doctor Strange and the Sorcerer Supreme #3 variant cover. So this is Urli Kashula, I think is the Ghost Rider, the Native American Ghost Rider there. And just really a decent ratio cover. So when I find these, I try to pick them up. 2023 was the year of Fantastic Four for me. I picked up a lot of old Fantastic Four books. Been very interested in completing some of the key issues there. Ideally, I wanted to have issue 1 through 5. When I entered 2023, I had issue 2. I had Skrulls, first appearance of Skrulls. Graded it like a 2.0 or a 3.0. And I bought that at a local con several years ago. Beginning of the year, I was able to pick this book up. I think I did a video of it, Fantastic Four #1. A 2.0. I won a heritage auction. I got it at a market rate, or below market at that time. I got the low sale on Go Collect, if you track the sales at that time. I haven't tracked them recently, but I know they haven't plummeted too much further. So I think I got a really good deal on this. In fact, after I bought this, there were several other sales of this grade that were higher. So happy to add this seminal book to the collection. What I haven't shown in this video, in any videos, is Fantastic Four #5. I don't think I showed this. Got the first appearance of Dr. Doom in a 2.0. I was not looking for high grade, couldn't afford high grade. I bought this off of eBay, got a really nice price for it. I've had this for a while now. I just don't think I've shown it. And I've also picked up Fantastic Four 110, the green variant. The green color error. I think they forgot to include oranges or something in this, so you'll notice Thing is green. It's a lot of green discoloration. If you compare this to the main cover, the non-error, you'll see how it did have some differences. So this is a sought-after one for collectors. 5.0, Fantastic Four 110. And last but not least for Fantastic Four, I picked up Number 13, I've been looking for this book for years. I found it at Zapp's Comics in New Jersey over Thanksgiving time period. Picked it up off the wall, really nice copy, really solid copy. No tears or cuts into it. First appearance of the Watcher. And the last Silver Age, before I go on to Bronze, is my second copy of Daredevil number 2. Sean, Queerty Comics, works at a store, and he said they got one in. And I said, let me look at it. So he sent me pictures, really nice copy. I picked it up he picked it up for me. I gave him some money, and yeah, there we go. I have a copy that's graded, so this is an ungraded copy. I think he pressed and cleaned this for me, which was very nice. Solid Daredevil, second appearance. I think this is the second appearance of Electro as well. This year, I've also been picking up some Uncanny X-Men keys, doubles and triples of the Bronze Age John Byrne, Cockrum, Chris Claremont run. And those have been really fun for me. So I picked up a nice copy, a second copy of X-Men 94. This is right after Giant Size X-Men. So it's an early appearance of Wolverine, a second appearance of Colossus, the Nightcrawler, Storm, all of those secondary X-Men characters, not quite secondary, but they were not the original team. So this came out in, the 70s, I think. So pick this one up. I'm happy to find it for a really nice price at To Be Continued Comics up in Maryland. It's a little bit of a drive for me. I haven't been to them recently. I need to check them back out. Always good stuff. Check them out on Whatnot. The other books I picked up were, 2 of these were in my travels, and I got them for crazy deals. These are crazy deals. So X-Men 95, The Death of Warpath? Thunderbird, not Warpath. Warpath is his brother. Death of Thunderbird. And I got it for $38 out in Rochester, New York. So was happy to add this to the mix. I was surprised to find this for $28. First appearance of Phoenix. Jean Grey dies, Phoenix comes back, reborn from the ashes. So pick this one up. Iconic book. I've been wanting a second copy, not wanting to spend the money. I have a 9.0. It's graded. So to have a reader copy, it is busted. You know, it's not. It is complete, but it's busted. So it's worth more than $28 in my mind. It's the sentimental value. I was sitting there thinking, should I buy this? I was like, yeah, I definitely should buy this. I can't let this go. And then at another location, I picked up a really nice copy of X-Men 104. Picked this up in Chattanooga at Infinity Flux, great comic book store. I'm giving a lot of name dropping, so if you're in any of these locations, check out those stores. Great book. This is, I bought this for $65. It's a 1977 book. They graded it at a 5.5. I think it's a little bit higher, but I can't remember exactly. It just needs a little press, a little TLC. But awesome homage to X-Men number 1. And before I close out the X-Men, I picked up X-Men number 5, the La Mole foil variant. Picked this up from my friend on Instagram, Cure Graded. If you don't follow him, you should. He has a lot of great newsstand books he posts. He has a lot of these. So he gave me a great deal on this. 9.8, sent it from Canada. Was really appreciative of that. He worked with me. He has like one of the census registry records for newsstand Jim Lee runs of X-Men from the 1990. So great guy. Happy to pick this up and add this to the collection. I've really missed out on this. This is the beginning of the foil fad, the foreign foil fad. I think this was sort of the start, and now everything is getting reprinted in Mexico. But this was the one that started it, in my opinion. Last 3 books to show, more modern, but it's Silver Surfer number 1. This is a Scotty Young variant. I haven't been a huge Scotty collector. He definitely has his diehards, and I appreciate that because I do enjoy a lot of his work. This is one of the covers that really spoke to me, and I really needed it. I'm a big Galactus fan. I'm a big Silver Surfer fan. So having Galactus eating a bowl of world cereal, global cereal, I think is super funny. Great use of space. Just really cool cover. This is one that fetches a little bit of money, so I was happy to bring this into the collection. I also found a pretty affordable copy of Secret Wars #1, the Alex Ross variant homage. Really nice cover. I debated sending this in for the signing. I ultimately did not. I think it came from Alex Ross's website when he sells things. I could be wrong, but I don't think this was anything Marvel produced just for their ratios. And last but not least, when I was at Midtown Comics, usually their back issues are crazy priced, but I found Harbinger Zero, near mint copy, bought it for $75. You never see this on the wall. This is the mail-away version. There is a blue version of this that was within the trade paperback, and you could buy the trade paperback for like 10, 20 bucks back in the day. It's probably cheaper now. But this mail-away one, I think, is harder to find, especially in decent condition. So for $75, picked this up, carried it around New York City at Christmas time a couple weeks ago. And that is the haul. So it's a hodgepodge. I didn't show you everything that I picked up that I haven't shown yet because there's just that would make for a clunky video. There's some random filler books I picked up or what have you, but these are the keys. These are the ones that I hope you are interested and liked to see coming from a Long Box of Affair video. And I'm not sure the frequency I'll do. I haven't gone to a lot of cons. There's usually every month or so local con that I just haven't gone to. I went to one back in November, I think, and really only bought one thing. And it was like $1 book. I didn't find anything that I was really hunting for. So I haven't been splurging. I've been a little bit more fiscally conscious and specific. Again, I'd love to find Fantastic Four #3 and 4. Those are the two books that are high on my radar. I'd love to find Avengers #1 in this year. So if I find any of those at decent prices, I probably will jump. Otherwise, I'm holding the course. And we'll see what happens. So I hope you had a great end to your year, a great holiday season, and I look forward to seeing what I find myself in the coming year, but also love to hear what you're hunting for. So if you want to put that in the comments, I'd love to know what you're looking for. So take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.